Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to starting the day the right way, 5-minute devotion at the end of the day. Getting started way late today. Had a lot of meetings at school and just didn't get to this today. So I apologize. So here we are. So it is, let's go right into it. And today's verse comes from Matthew 20:28. Okay, and I got two translations I'm going to be reading from. First one says, the New Living Translation, which says, "For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve others and to give his life as a ransom for many." The Message puts it this way. When the 10 others heard about this, they lost their tempers, thoroughly disgusted with the two brothers. So Jesus got them to settle things down. He said, "You've observed how godless rulers throw their weight around, how quickly a little power goes to their heads. It's not going to be with that way with you. Whoever wants to be great must become a servant. Whoever wants to be first among you must be your slave. That is what the Son of Man has done. He came to serve, not to be served, and then to give away his life in exchange for the many who are held hostage." All right. Very powerful verses, and Jesus is putting it short and sweet. He said, listen, I didn't come to be served, but I came to give my life for many, right? For you, for me. Now today is 9/11, and we commemorate what happened 19 years ago. And I just moved down here just a little over a year ago from New York, but I used to live about 70 miles north of New York, and I grew up probably about 30 miles from New York. On that particular day, I was on a job out in the Hamptons. I was working for a moving company, and we started getting notice of what was going down. And obviously, we were in totally disbelief, and we just could not believe what was occurring. And looking back on that day, and even experiencing that day, and at that time, I was a youth pastor, and as the events were occurring, obviously we were all in shock and disbelief. But as stories came out, and even years later, the incredible bravery that was shown by the NYPD, the fire department, the EMS people, anybody and everybody who just served and sacrificed. And they were real heroes. While everyone was running away, they were running to. They were running to where the problem was. And it's hard. It's hard to watch those videos today and think back. And so I lost a couple of people who I knew. They weren't close friends. They were more of acquaintances, but certainly other people lost family members, aunts, uncles, grandparents, children lost their parents, their moms, their dads. I mean, just a tragedy. And just the fact that when we commemorate this day, and they read off those names, and 343 fire department people, just they didn't think twice, or maybe they were thinking about it, or didn't think that what was going to happen happened. I don't know what was going through their minds, but they went in while people were running down. They were climbing the stairwell while people were trying to get down. I mean, just unbelievable bravery, and unbelievable, exactly what Jesus said, right? He came to serve and to give his life for many. That day, many people gave their lives for others. Okay, we have the story of the father, the Catholic priest, who I can't remember his name right now, but he went back a couple of times, and he was well known, and then they finally pulled his body. And just over the years, there have been videos and movies and stories and books of just miracles. I just saw one this morning of a fire department guy who not only was in the South Tower, the South Tower fell on top of him, and they found him, and they were getting him to go to the hospital across the river over to Jersey. And while he's on the boat, another building falls on the boat and traps him inside the engine room twice. How is that possible? What a call on this man's life. And he was explaining, what he went through. And he was unidentified for 3 days because they didn't know. They didn't know to check over in New Jersey where he may have been brought, where he was brought to a trauma center. But there he was, the only one to survive. So just incredible and just amazing, the sacrifice that the police officers, the fire departments, those who serve us well, right? Those who have the heart to save others and put their life in front of ours. I mean, wow, just wow. I don't know what else to say except thank you, right? So think about this today, ponder over it. My condolences and sympathy goes out to you if you lost somebody personal. I can't imagine. I can't imagine. But I know every tear that you've cried has gone into the loving hands of God. And I just pray. I pray for you today. God bless you. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.